saying. I'm just.
But yeah, that was still on some like.
It was smooth, bro.
Yeah.
It was smooth, and the food wasn't bad too. If they wasn't fucking rationing, like. Yeah. Well,
I
you
still
got.
came back
Yeah.
for more.
Well, you got 2 pieces. I got 1 piece of chicken. What was I supposed to do with 1 piece of chicken, bro?
I don't know what you're doing. You even gave your ticket.
Yeah, I was tweaking.
I
thought
could have
that's
came
what
back and.
I thought that's what they gave it to us for, though.
But they were out of food after. But they're out of food like first hour, I think.
Yeah, but
There's
you
a
could
lot
tell.
of people who were up.
You could tell a black person cooked it though. That shit was decent.
Bro, the mac and cheese was fire. I was like, who
That
is
was
this?
It was a black person mac and cheese for sure. No free advertising.
I did not know. I didn't know these seats.
Like get up and down. Yeah, low key. I need to make myself a better window. Oh. Here we go.
Lemon.
Low key, I can't stop singing that song.
Bro, I saw you really getting into it for some of the songs at the cookout.
That's my shit.
Like you was talking about me.
They was playing a lot of like.
Y'all was trying to talk about me for like really.
They was playing a lot of Chicago shit too.
I was bumping the music, and then for some reason I get judged, and then you turn around and you start.
Wait a minute.
I turn around and see you.
I was just trolling though. Like I was just trolling.
Nah. You was in your own zone.
I was just trolling. Like you know, get jiggy. I get jiggy with anything too. I feel like the girls' music has been like going crazy recently.
Oh, it's been it.
You know that she was a fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was a fairy. Hey. Yeah.
I saw y'all hit that.
Yeah. That was low key like on some spontaneous shit too. That was shout out Kendall, man. Shout out my boy.
No, it was definitely fire to like meet your friends and everything like that.
Yeah, that shit was cold. That was one of them though, you know, like
Yeah. See, it's even to think about stuff like that. Would we have even gone to hang out like that
had
if
we
it wasn't for like doing this?
I don't believe so, Cam.
Because I'm like, we really just like went outside,
Literally
had a good time.
and like I don't know, I always be finding like joy in you know what I'm saying, the first time you hang out with somebody, you don't know if you're gonna like
Yeah.
fuck with their vibe or not. Especially like
You don't know how it's gonna go.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was definitely fun, bro. I had a lot of laughs. A lot of laughs, a lot of smiles, good music, good food. For reference, you know, if you watching, we referring to the Black Intercollegiate Cookout that just passed. What was it, last weekend? About a month ago.
4 Fridays ago.
Facts.
Nah, it's about a month ago, yeah. From when it happened. But it was a good time, for real. I appreciate Khalil for even getting me to go. I didn't even know about it really. A week out before.
Yeah.
But
smooth.
showed up,
Yeah.
got to put a little fit on,
You know what I'm saying?
had a good time, met a lot of people.
Enjoy the sun, enjoy the weather. Regardless, like, it was a little cold, I'm not gonna lie. But the sun was out though. So you know what I'm saying?
Dog, I was
Hey, it was definitely cold though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you see Cam face, he'll tell you like. But
my hands was frozen.
facts.
I would like be feeling anemic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was doing this task at work today that like had my hands numb. I was taking like stickers off of chairs. Felt like I was doing community service, but I got paid though, so I'm not complaining. Yeah, man. What up? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this intro.
Yes, sir.
Just so we can get people started. like, all right, you guys, y'all saw like this.
Yeah.
We had a good weekend. We're gonna get into it a little bit, a little recap. But first of all, welcome back Nice and Cozy Podcast for the final time before the summer. Well, you're probably watching this in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So, welcome back. You back here with Cam.
And Khalil, man, welcome back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you tuned in to the past episodes, appreciate that. If this is your first time tuning in, appreciate that. Regardless, come get nice and cozy with us, man. We're here to have some good conversations, recap. Yeah. What's going on, Cam? What's going on, bro?
A lot is ending, man.
Yeah.
It's the end of right now. I just finished my internship today.
Hats off to that, bro.
Yeah. And good news, they said fall comes, we want you back.
Hey.
So
Yes, sir. That's decent, bro. That's good.
you know what I mean? So that
Congrats.
was great to hear. Like, because, basically, I only had like a month or two, or like 3 months basically, to show like why I could stay and like be a good like addition to basically the team. So it felt good to be able to like do that and kind of that weight off your shoulders. Like, okay, they see what I was doing. They see I was doing good work.
Oh, yeah.
And helping in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, so excited for that, especially so next year I don't gotta like worry about do I have something that I can do during that time. But knocked out another final today. Had a Zoom call with my teacher talking about that went good though. I think because of this podcast, I had to talk for 15 minutes, right? And I was just like, I started yapping. I was like,
like we do that shit in
I
our
was
sleep.
like, I'm rolling now.
Yeah.
So I was going, and then my classmate pops into the Zoom call because I guess it's their turn. I was like, oh, I guess it's been 15. So
That's smooth.
I really just yapped for real. But
Yeah.
I think it's because of this podcast, man. I'm not gonna lie. I got better at yapping in general.
For sure.
So
For sure. I can feel that though. I definitely feel it. It's almost as if you're like sharpening the tool, you know what I'm saying? The art of conversation is something though. What did you have to talk about? That's what I'm gonna ask. Was it just like a presentation kind of?
oh yeah. It was so it was just because it's a Hinduism class. It's
Hinduism.
theology, but it was my last theology I had to take. But Hinduism, I didn't even come into it like choosing it. I just kind of had to take what I had to take.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was able to really learn about Hinduism as just a religion as a whole,
yeah.
which was very interesting to me. Because and then what I had to talk about was kind of just as a whole what you learned throughout the semester. She was just making sure we had the basic knowledge of like she had questions for us, but if you knew the basic knowledge, you knew the basic knowledge. She could tell that. Basically, just hold a conversation about Hinduism.
Right.
And if you could do that, then she feel like she done her job.
Yeah.
And she feel like you learned something. So that's basically what I got into, and I was like, okay.
Yes, sir.
And it really, I'm not gonna lie, after learning about Hinduism, brings me into just like different religions, like knowing about different religions, seeing just how everything
For sure.
is similar in some ways and some things are different. So college definitely did that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, it's kind of cool when you get a course that like kind of makes your like mindset multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? And like makes you expand your thinking. I feel like a lot of the philosophy classes that I've taken definitely have like made me do that. You know, not only like compare things like religion, but also like honestly like question it, the independency on like how long it's been around. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. That's cool though. That's what's up. That's also a reasonable final. I'm not gonna lie. Like I would take a 15-minute conversation as a final for sure.
She actually gave us an option. It was either take the essay on the weekend,
for
which
sure.
some people did, and like wrote for it. She said, or take a 15-minute Zoom call with me because that seems like intimidating. But I'm like,
well, all right.
Let me talk.
I feel I could see like maybe like the games and cones and stuff people got around when writing the paper. I'm not gonna lie. We're not gonna say too much.
But it's in class. It's in person. So it's different.
Yeah, low key.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would have took that though. I got a final similar on Saturday, Spanish, but it's not 15 minutes. I think we gotta talk for 10.
Okay.
But like it was a group thing or whatever. But like I'm not gonna lie, that's such a stupid final. I gotta travel for it basically, only to be there for 10 minutes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just it's a nuisance.
I feel it.
But yeah, man. On that topic, finals, like you said, like if you're watching this, I hope you're having a great summer.
No.
Because the summer will already be, you know what I'm saying, in place when this comes out. But from the time we're recording, what do we have? Like, I think
A couple more days.
literally
Cool.
a couple more days.
Me, I'm literally gone in 2 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
3
Cam
days,
leaves in
yes.
2 days. The semester's pretty much over with. Everybody's finals in pretty much Saturday. My last one Saturday, and then you ain't got nothing but like graduation. You got the ceremony, like the bells and whistles, and get ready to do it again in the fall. But yeah, like it's definitely an interesting time. I feel like for students, regardless of what class you are, even if you're coming into college, you know what I'm saying, it's a very interesting time making decisions, whatever the case. But it's also transitional. So yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of blanks. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's lives right now, including my own. But like figuring it out. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, by the time this comes out, like I'm saying, you'll have an idea. I'll have an idea at least of what it is I want to do as far as like a profession. I definitely have, concepts, things that I feel like I'm good at. But yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm honestly, I'm like reminiscing. I'm thinking about the 4 years because it's just like and it's almost like where are we at now? But it's
end times.
Yeah, end times for me at least. But I'll still be around.
Yeah. No, that makes me think as well. Where you're talking about just like the blank spots for everybody.
Yeah.
It's definitely something because
bro.
some people, you gotta understand, everybody's in different boats as well.
Very true.
Some people are taking these finals. You understand, it could be your best friend. It could be somebody just in your class. Somebody could have been struggling in that class and they got to take that again. And if you take that class again, no, it's okay. It's not like a, oh my God, like I couldn't do it kind of thing. Like, it's okay. It happens to multiple people. It happens to everybody.
Yes, sir.
But it's like just a little positive affirmation for people who may not, or maybe feeling down on themselves because of the end of the semester. You know what I mean? Like they may not have accomplished what they wanted to accomplish by the end of the semester.
Facts.
But you got other semesters. You got more time in life to continue to do better. So just know that and continue on about your life. You know what I mean? More success to you, more life to you. So don't stress out. Don't put yourself down about it. You know what I mean? I just want to give that to people because I know I may be like super ramped up about, oh yeah, my year's ending, I'm good, I'm moving on. But like for others that aren't, don't feel down about yourself, like about it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I feel like that definitely tends to, you know when somebody, you didn't do something and somebody else did, and you're like, man, like, how am I supposed to feel?
That's real modest of you. That's real humble of you, bro. Because that's hard for a lot of people to do too. Yeah, for sure. Episode 2, part 1. Give yourself grace. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. But yeah, definitely give yourself grace, man. I feel like everybody suffers with it, you know what I'm saying? Especially in times like this when, like, honestly, I be feeling like I have so much food on my plate right now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't necessarily manage or balance it all, but, when you question that and you realize, like, you're actively in the process of balancing it, you know what I'm saying? And you've been doing it you know what I'm saying? You've been doing it so you can continue to do it. Yeah, it just takes, like, a realization turn, like, understanding, like, I feel like we're really revisiting topics in this, first 10, 15 minutes because, just, like, looking at your own timeline and realizing how far you've come is a big deal. I feel like that's kind of like the boat I'm in right now, like Cam, I'm about to graduate and, like, it's crazy, bro. The fact that, like, I'm actually been able to do it is, you know what I'm saying? It's really eye-opening to my capabilities, because, like, just me coming to college alone, both of us coming to college alone is, you know what I'm saying, a statistic beater, So the fact that we're actively doing it, we're actively still here, and, you know what I'm saying, I managed to complete it is crazy, Yeah. This is definitely like a pat on the back moment for myself. And you're gonna get here as well, But it's interesting, man. These past few weeks have also been interesting because I feel like as a student who, like, is jumping out into the real world. Like, yeah, high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, they take attendance, you know what I'm saying? We were talking about this, about how they, in a sense, force you to go to class. College is a little different. You got to hold yourself more accountable. But now it's like, you know, these are the skills and stuff that I've been practicing, and it's time to put them into action. Is, you know what I'm saying? Like, the type of person I am, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. But it's still intimidating, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying too. It's just like, it's really, people don't understand when they say, when in high school, yeah, we make you go to class. College,
Yeah.
it is all on,
It's on you. It's
like,
on you, bro.
Regardless, you gotta understand, like, the teachers, there's gonna be teachers that like push for it, like try to like give you reason to come and things like that, but it is really all on you to go do that and come to class. So
For sure.
props to anybody who's like consistently going to class, like you're doing your thing, and just know that, like, if you're not, like, find a reason.
You know
find a
what I'm saying?
reason. We talked about this earlier. Like, find a reason to go. Find a reason to come to class.
Find that joy.
Yeah, it's just such a difference.
It comes with balance too. I've noticed that, like, I've been also finding myself to get incredibly, like, easily distracted in these like few weeks. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like I have been I feel like I've been on the ball, but I also feel like I've been in, what's the word I'm looking for? I've been in conflict with balance, you know? Like, I feel like I've been, like, we talk about, like, the balance between work and play. I feel like I've been playing a lot and not putting in no work. Like, literally, maybe, what was it, this past weekend, I went to go see a movie. But it's like, prior to this movie, it was like me debating whether or not I should study for finals, because I had a final that following week, this week.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, should I start on this paper or should I go see this movie? Sinners, by the way. If y'all didn't see Sinners, go see Sinners.
Is fire.
It's fire. It's fire, bro. But it's like things like that, like, I don't know, you kind of beat yourself up for, because I chose to go see the movie instead of starting the paper. And I don't regret it, but those are the type of skills that I be feeling like I feel like, in a sense, I've gotten better at over time, but now that I'm jumping into the real world, it's like, you really got to hold yourself accountable for shit like that, because, you know, now we're not talking about a paper, you know what I'm saying? I get a job, we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, an assignment that you have to do for said company, an assignment that you have to do for said organization or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, like, that just can't happen, you know? So it's scary, bro. It's scary. It's like, have I figured it out or have I not sometimes? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. First of all, I wanted to agree. Sinners is fire.
Sinners is fire.
Sinners is fire. But to the topic of, like, maintaining doing stuff, I literally was saying this to myself today.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm at the end of something, like, I get there's like senioritis and stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, I tend to really just start, like, letting things just
Absolutely.
And regardless, like, I could be so locked in, because I feel like last semester I was so locked in on, like, a different level. Like, I was ready for these classes. I had some of the hardest tests, and I came out that thing with like 97 on the grade book, and it was like, okay, I'm really locked in. This semester I was like, I genuinely can't even, I don't know what it is, my mentality is not the same in terms of
that.
like just that
persistence,
yeah, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how to tap back into it.
Oh my God.
To, like, and I was thinking about, like, how do I even just, like, get back to the just locking into that way of when I'm at the end of something, being there on time, like, really showing up for the moment. Like, it's a different type of, like, want that I had at the very beginning that I genuinely didn't have toward coming into the end of this semester. And I was just like, how do I fix that?
Yeah.
And that's some next 2 years I'm definitely gonna be trying to, like, fix up.
For sure.
But it's, yeah.
I understand, bro. I understand, like, in the fullest, bro. Like, I feel like last semester I was definitely incredibly locked in. I got a question for you after I break this down too. But last semester I feel like I was definitely locked in. I woke up every Monday, made a to-do list for the week. You know what I'm saying? I made sure I attacked said goals, made sure I, you know what I'm saying, like, ate right, made, you know what I'm saying, cooked the meal, did whatever. But this past month and a half, 2 months, it's been so hard to find motivation. And I thought it was just like a senioritis thing, but obviously, like, you know what I'm saying, people go through it. Just, you know what I'm saying. There's just time periods, but you when you say like, how do I tap back into, you know what I'm saying, like the excitement that the drive and the persistence gives me.
Yeah.
And then I remember like something I seen like a while ago. I might have even seen it on like a TV show or something, but this dude was talking about increasing your serendipity train. You ever heard about that? You ever heard of you know what a serendipity train is? Like what?
I've heard. Oh my god, I can't think of the definition.
So okay, so I literally had to Google it like a few weeks back, but I remember hearing about it a while. With serendipity train is like the idea of the more you put yourself out there, the more you know what I'm saying, you go out and try to experience things, the more experiences come to you. You know what I'm saying? And the more you go out and try to, you know, promote and project positive energy, the more positive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's all either positively or negatively reinforced, this serendipity train. But like I be sitting up and I be thinking about this all the time, and I'm like sometimes in my room and I don't want to go to class, or like there'd be sometimes where I literally don't even want to, like I would maybe go get something to eat and I'm so lazy that I don't even want to get up and get something to eat, bro. Or like go to the grocery store, and then I think about this serendipity train phrase about the idea that like you genuinely don't know what could happen
to make you happy.
Yes.
I think this was. I swear this may have been in a Phineas and Ferb episode. Bro.
Dude, why do I feel like it's like
it was for sure in a show?
Yes, bro.
Because they were like, this is serendipitous, or this is a serendipitous. Because I was like, I've heard this word before.
Yes, bro.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Because
what I get from it is the idea that like, okay, you're dreading going to the grocery store, you're dreading going to get you something to eat, you're dreading going to class or whatever, but you never know what could happen between the point then and the point now that could positively affect your life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I could walk to the grocery store and like meet somebody that like could be in my life for years, like somebody, a potential business partner, a potential mentor, like whatever the case. And like, that's the type of mindset I've been trying to give myself, you know what I'm saying? To literally, honestly, just get myself out of bed and leave my room, you know what I'm saying? Because there'd be days where you genuinely just don't want to interact with nobody because you're like low on energy. But yeah, like the idea of what like a serendipity train is, like it's really motivating me. And it's true, you know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't think of an example off the top of my head, but like I can definitely, like maybe if I think about it, refer to times where like there are times where I didn't want to go to a place and something great happened. Something great either happened at said place or something great happened on the way. Something great happened on the way back, you know. But all that matters is at the very beginning I was dreading it. I didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't even have to be dread. I have an example, literally what we were talking about, and we can get into more how the time was. But like going to this cookout thing, it wasn't like I was dreading going or anything, but I was debating on going.
For sure.
Like, and I really was thinking about the amount of things I've debated on going to, but I was debating on even going, one, because it was like, none of my friends were going to be there like that. It was like me just trusting like,
me.
Yeah, literally like, and it was going to be a good time and just like vibe out. End up being one of my boys that I know. Bless you. Nope. Coffee. What is the term for if somebody? I feel like there should be a term for coughing, just like there is for sneezing.
I don't know. Maybe you should make one. Coffee was crazy.
I'll think of one.
Yeah,
but yeah. So I think about the times where I could have like, I debated on going to something instead of just going to do it. But like this weekend, I was like, let me just trust you. Let's go, and end up pulling up and end up seeing somebody I knew before we even got there.
Facts.
Facts. You said, oh, you know, yes, I know.
Oh God, yeah,
so,
bro, it'd be like that.
And then we all go down there and had a very, very good time. You know what I mean? Just like enjoyed myself, had good food, met a lot of people, and just like good vibes, experienced good vibes. But it was also like, in a place I'd never even been before. So it's like just
the vibe,
being adventurous a little bit, stepping out of something you wouldn't usually do because you never know what it can come to. You never know the people you're gonna meet. Because like I would have never met your friends
for sure
and stuff like that. So it's
I would say I definitely agree with that. And do you want to get into like how was the time? Like we were talking about at the very beginning, but
Like as far as the barbecue?
yeah,
Yeah.
Chicago,
Yeah.
collegiate cookout,
Yeah, that
2025.
hmm
Seen it all over my TikTok.
yeah, this year was definitely like I feel like one for the books. I had went to the one last year. It was also very fun. But that one was at DePaul.
Okay.
U Chicago's campus is just beautiful. If you've ever been to U Chicago campus, you know like that was my like what third time there, but that was my first time seeing it like out in the open like that. Like their buildings are like incredibly like I was literally telling Cam like who chiseled this stone like like it looks like castles there. You know what I'm saying? But it's like nice. You know what I'm saying? And you know regardless, we pull up. I see the vibes. They got vines growing on the buildings and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of vibe over there. But it's really nice. What really like I feel like excited me internally was seeing a sea full of like black people on this said campus. You know what I'm saying? It was like definitely it was something that like it sounds I don't know, it sounds kind of sad to say that I never thought I'd see it, but like the fact that there was literally like an event wholeheartedly hosted for us and it was a great time. Nothing went wrong. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That genuinely made me happy leaving. The fact that nobody really got into it. We all was just kicking it, having, you know what I'm saying, having a blast. And it was eye opening, bro. The experience overall, I would say, was literally like 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was good, bro.
10 out of 10 would recommend. 10 out of 10. Let's do it again.
For sure. Hey, we got to run it back next year.
Back.
Yeah, I'm going next year too.
Facts.
There was something I wanted to ask you just now.
Also, I didn't know what we were going there. We were just talking about the housing. Why you think about what you're about to say?
Yeah.
Literally, my manager was telling me all those houses because we were talking about like how crazy the houses were looking. It was this guy Frank Lloyd Wright.
Frank Lloyd
He's
Wright.
a designer, like a architect, and he inspired a lot of those buildings and houses, and he made like futuristic kind of designs. And I'll like pop it up here, but literally, like, look, this is the type of stuff he
that's
was
crazy
making and stuff like that.
That's
so
insane. There's
definitely
like
was like, man,
yeah, for sure. I ain't gonna lie. Would you believe me if I told you like I wanted to be an architect? I wanted to be a lot when I was growing up, but two things I remember I wanted to be. One was like an architect. Like I used to draw houses and shit a lot.
yeah,
And I also like I remember when I first learned how to like draw 3D shapes, cubes and shit. Like I you know what I'm saying? I was really like I wanted to be an architect and I wanted to be an astronaut. Very random. But dude, I literally used to just like sit up and I don't know, talk about the moon and space and whatnot. But then prior to that, like I remember I always wanted to like design houses and buildings because I was into Legos. That's what it was. I was into Legos as a kid, and a lot of the like matching sets and whatnot, you could mix and match and you know what I'm saying, use different pieces, bro. I used to get so creative. I was into Legos and like Hot Wheel tracks. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Like,
I love Legos. I
yeah,
love,
like,
bro.
I wanted
have
to
a
do
full-
that.
I have a full truck. It's like this blue semi truck, but in the back piece is like a whole bunch of cars in it on each side.
Yep.
And I used to have this little rug, and it was like a city, and you take the cars
Bro,
around the rug.
Bro, they know what rug we talking
They
about.
know exactly.
Drop that rug,
They
bro.
know
Drop a picture of
exactly.
that rug.
Thanks. I hope I can.
You're gonna
Boom,
find a picture
rug.
of that rug.
Like it's. I used to literally like that was childhood right there.
For sure.
Beyblades.
I never had Beyblades.
You never had Beyblades?
Oh my
I used to
god.
bring Beyblades to school and the Bakugans.
See, I never played Bakugan either, but now this might be now children's toys might be a section now.
Like I'm not even gonna
segment.
lie. Like it might be because they're so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So give me your
dude.
so give me your top 3.
Top 3. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I feel like Beyblades has to be one because no order, but like Beyblades has to be in the mix because I remember coming to school with my Beyblades. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we was really just running the ones.
That's crazy. Like,
Like-
I must have missed that. I must have missed that. Cause like I know people big on
Yo.
Beyblades still.
Yeah.
There's like
bro.
$2,000 Beyblades on eBay and
Yeah.
shit now.
Beyblades was that.
Okay, so Beyblades.
Then we got, I feel like, I don't know if this counts, but like this is more just like something you play with. Play-Doh.
Yeah, for sure.
Play-Doh.
For sure. That's
Like,
that's an unspoken goal.
yeah, it's just like, it's Play-Doh.
Mhm.
It was one of the most simplest things in the world. But still,
Beyblades and Play-Doh is tough.
like, very, I may have put some Play-Doh on top of the Beyblade and let it rip.
Yo, I done got some Play-Doh like
I may need to
stuck in
try
other
that. I
toys.
never even thought of doing that. Put some Play-Doh around the Beyblade.
Hey.
Yeah, really. Yo, okay. But then,
No, for sure.
Legos is definitely. I just love the creativity with Legos because that was just,
So,
you know, yeah.
for sure, that's definitely a solid 3. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even go. I wouldn't even have went the Play-Doh route, but like because like Play-Doh was just so universal to me. I used to like low key like eating it. Like when I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't used to eat it. I used to low key just like the salty taste, bro. Like I don't know.
Nah,
Anyway.
you're so weird. Like,
Oh my
like,
god!
no,
Oh my god!
Now
Now,
switch the camera to me.
oh my god! Look,
Nah,
now he's gonna make.
You're so weird. Like, you really ate Play-Doh for real. Like,
Come on, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I ate it.
I was gonna say like, bro, like now you gonna make me look insane,
I
bro.
ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
I
I know it's salty as well. Like,
I never even ate it though. Like I never ate it. I used to just be like, cause what used to get you as a kid was the colors, bro. like it's red, okay, like fruit punch on some, you know. All right, look,
No, bro, but Play-Doh was Play-Doh.
like, you could have said, yo, what used to give me was, it was food. I made it in a food shape, and then
I definitely used to do that too, though.
I swear, it was, sister, I'm sorry. Gay, I'm sorry. Like, I remember distinctly, we were playing with some Play-Doh, and then we were like putting it up.
Mm-hmm.
It was for sure her idea, because I'm just a little brother just like tagging along for her.
Mm-hmm.
But she was like, because we made like food little sculptures out of it and stuff, and then we were putting it back.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, what is it? I wonder what it tastes like.
Yeah,
And I was like,
like everybody did, like everybody
huh.
probably had.
So we each took a little tiny bit.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I blame you. We each took a little tiny bit. And we tried it.
Got
It was a
to.
little saucy.
It's mandatory, bro.
I remember that so distinctly too. We were literally in her room on her dresser, like taking a little tiniest bit of Play-Doh out.
Mandatory, bro. Okay, so you gave me 3. You say Play-Doh, Beyblades, Legos, right?
Yeah, it honestly, I feel like I'm missing something too.
Well,
There's-
you also said you was a Hot Wheel advocate too. So
Yeah, but they were just like, I had like toy cars.
oh, okay.
Toy cars in general.
Like Tonka
It didn't
trucks.
have to be like Hot Wheels.
Sure. Okay. I think my first one would definitely be Legos. 'Cause we're talking about top 3, no order. Legos. I'm gonna go Legos for sure. Then I'm gonna go Hot Wheels. And then, I'm surprised you didn't say this one. This is also not in my 3 because I wasn't like a huge WWE fan. But you remember those action figures?
Yeah, I never got WWE action figures.
You never got WWE action figures. That's crazy. I even had a couple, and I never really like. I watched it as a kid, but I don't watch it no more. Cam's a big WWE fan.
Yeah.
WWE be low key clapping nowadays too. I'm not gonna lie. Like, everybody watches it. But
Geek.
third, it's tough.
Something just popped in my mind, and this thing's like
I'm trying to think.
a classic.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, bro, I really used to like.
Two things just popped in my mind.
I used to like board games as a kid. Connect Four.
Yeah,
we
can get into board games too.
Yeah, for sure. Connect Four, Monopoly, like that was like what I used to like doing with my sisters and my cousins as a kid. But yeah, I guess I could end it at that. But what were you thinking? Now I want to understand what you're thinking because
You know those things where it's like it's on top of the whatever it's called, and you like rip it and it flies up into the air.
oh, what is that called?
You know what I'm talking about?
I know it's that. I
And
know what
then
you're talking
we
about.
used to do that and try to like catch it as it's falling and stuff.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then this is so basic, but I used to love doing this. It was just a little like tube, and you flip it up and down, and then it makes like the
Oh, the sound.
different sounds.
The-
Like
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I used to do that.
So those are just two things that just popped into my head.
Yeah,
And those are like
that's low key fun.
actual like toys.
I remember when it wasn't my household, my cousins. Like I used to stay at my cousin's house, bro. Shout out to my cousins, bro. Shout out Wody. Shout out Uncle Han.
Nah, we cousins.
Yeah. Hey, go watch Sinners, bro. Just go watch Sinners. Fire movie. I feel like we should talk about movies after this. But
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is, what was I saying, Cam?
Board games?
Board games. Oh yeah. Like I said, I remember it was time my cousin and them they had got a Bop It.
Bop it.
And like, bro, we went through a Bop It phase in the basement. Like I was pretty much over there like every day of the summer, and we was really just seeing who could get the highest score on a Bop It, all the way up until like, you know, either the batteries died or it broke or we threw it or something, you know. But I definitely remember Bop It. But that's what that little toy just reminded me of, like Slinky, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, these kids will never know, man.
Yeah, they on the iPads already. I'm not even gonna lie.
They'll never know. You know, my nephew's 3 and he stays on his iPad, but he also got a lot of toys too.
He has an iPad
He has an iPad
at 3.
at 3. Bro,
Like,
no, I'm not gonna lie. Bro plays Roblox with his classmates. Like, well, no, I'm not sure if they're his classmates or if they're just like,
daycare members?
yeah. This is the thing though. Like, my nephew's actually in school.
Okay.
I don't know how my mom pulled it off, but he's in school. He literally be like in the classroom. He got his uniform on and everything. But like, he's literally like on Roblox, similar to the way I be in party chat talking to my friends on my PS5, talking to these little kids, and they communicating on Roblox.
Yes.
He's 3 though. You get what I'm saying? Like,
It's-
that's insane.
It's gonna be a different one. Also, I feel like that may hurt or may help, like in terms of how early all these kids are able to socialize.
Yeah.
But the way that they're socializing is all online. But they are able to socialize way earlier than we were.
For
so
sure.
that like social anxiety may be less.
They're able to connect, like, I don't know the avenues, but you're right though, because sometimes like I've seen it go, like, haven't you seen like social media in a sense like react both ways? Some people get like shyer, some people like don't really do well with
Yeah.
external feedback.
Yeah.
Then there are other people who kind of thrive off like pissing people off online sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying?
Rage baiters.
Exactly. Like, people like that, people who genuinely just don't care about what the outside world looks like. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know who Speed is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the way Speed like records as if like the external world don't like necessarily matter sometimes. It's like, that's something that you genuinely have to like practice. That comes with years and years. He's probably been in front of a camera for years for it to like for that to like sink into him, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, there are people online like that who literally don't care about what, you know what I'm saying, people say.
Yeah.
And then vice versa. Like, some people see like one negative comment and make them not want to post ever.
Yeah.
Type. So, interesting, bro. It's interesting to see the different way people are wired, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's definitely, you can either be a person that sees online as a place that is online, and then the people that bring online to the real world, like you're just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we get the
lines
mix.
blurred.
Yeah, it really does blur lines, because it's just like you could honestly be on some like, okay, I'm going to play games, but I'm bringing my real life self to the online world.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be myself regardless of where I'm at, kind of thing. But yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, like, when it comes to like social media and everything, it's like a love-hate relationship. I love laughing at it. I love like being able to connect with my friends any time of the day with it. I like being informed by it. I like little random facts, little things that people do online that I like, you know what I'm saying? That it could just possibly improve my life in the future.
Yeah.
Little DIY videos, stuff like that. Random facts that you may find on your For You page. Like, I really enjoy that. What I don't enjoy is like comparison. I don't enjoy envy. I don't enjoy arrogance. You know what I'm saying? And like people like bragging and boasting too. I don't enjoy people who intentionally like make others feel down about themselves. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of funny, right? But it's a genuine thing though. Like, you ever just be chilling in the bed and then you get one of those like videos on your For You page, like, what are you doing? Why are you laying in the bed? Like, lock in. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just feel like shit. Like, after you hear that.
Yeah.
And then you keep scrolling. Like, you still gonna watch, you know what I'm saying?
But it does affect you for like 3 swipes.
It does, absolutely, until like your brain forgets that you just saw it because
Yeah.
you've seen a million other things. That's another like aspect that I feel like I don't like about social media is just the idea of a decreased attention span. Attention span. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's obviously it universally affects like a lot of people, but I'm speaking for myself. Like, maybe it doesn't affect other people that way, but for sure, like myself, I feel like it's hard for me to like stay stimulated sometimes. Just because of how used to scrolling I've gotten. But then yeah, that just comes with practice. I feel like as you gradually like decrease your time on it, like I be doing stuff like setting time limits on my apps. I've been doing that for a while, but then there are times where it just doesn't work, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, social media can get dark sometimes, but I feel like overall it can be used for the better.
Yeah.
And it has, you know, bettered the world in a way.
Yeah. I think I definitely like started formatting my like what, because there's your feed of what you get, you know what I mean, like the content that you receive.
Yeah.
So I've definitely been trying to like format my content, like specifically watching videos longer, just so I get to see more of that. You know what I mean? So like now I'll get like food content, like I'm like, give me some more meals to cook,
like cooking.
But yeah, cooking videos. I'll get a lot of animal videos,
Facts.
like random things of just like dog. I get mad dog videos. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be getting literally just yesterday. I kid you not. These are the top videos, like my favorite type of videos too. It was dogs getting caught, like doing something they shouldn't have been, or like it's 2 dogs on the screen, right?
Yeah.
And then the owner comes up with like some type of like pillow that's like messed up, like who did this?
Yeah.
And then the dog turns and starts like the other way, like oh no, it was him. And these dogs like really I like seeing just like how animals are borderline start acting like people for real.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I get those type of videos. I get some like comedy videos too though. I get some like funny little skits and things like that.
Yeah.
But I've definitely tried to format my page to only receive certain type of, because there's also those like dark humor memes
For sure.
and stuff like that. And I honestly,
I enjoy those sometimes.
like I do sometimes, but I had to like, I can't have my whole feed as that.
For
you
sure.
know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I feel like if my whole feed is that, then I'm gonna bring that out into like the real world, and I'm like, these shouldn't be. Here's what I'll say about dark humor. I was already thinking about this the other day too. Dark humor should not be your main like focus of humor. I feel like if dark humor is, well, I'm not going to say it shouldn't be for everybody or whatever, but if dark humor is your only like source of humor, you ain't got no other way to joke around besides like saying some whack crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Really take a second.
That's valid though. That's valid. I
like,
feel you.
Take a second, look at yourself like,
yeah. Like you can joke without like attacking people or hurting somebody's feelings for sure.
yeah.
But sometimes
like,
it's hilarious.
Going like so far off. There's some that go so far off the edge, and I'm
Facts.
like, yo,
having a well, everybody got a little bit of dark humor. But yeah, having a friend that like only jokes that way,
yeah,
you get annoyed. No, I feel you.
It's like,
I feel you, man.
that's how I feel with all types of, not all types of jokes, but like jokes that come with insults. Because I'm not gonna lie, how I joke around with my friends, we low key just be clowning each other.
Absolutely.
That's just it.
Yeah.
But there's a difference, I would say, in that than just like even when you're joking about people you don't know. If you're joking about people you don't know, like watch how you do it for real, because that, I feel like that tells a lot about the person.
Yeah.
If you're over here only like negatively joking about people for some random reasons, like not even on some like they did something, you know, we see somebody do something crazy on the street,
Yeah.
and then okay,
It's on some intentional attacking shit.
no, like if we see somebody doing something very eccentric, right, on the street,
we can say like, okay, we can joke about that. You know what I mean? Because that's different.
Yeah.
But if you just start pointing out some random dude for no reason, nah, he got on the Vans. Nah.
Hey.
No, but like I'm saying stuff like that where it just comes off of just hating. Like, what are we doing?
Facts. Bro, so I ain't gonna lie, 70% of my friends, like, they just randomly clown on people, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. I be feeling like, yeah, you're right though. It's definitely situational. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really want to like make somebody uncomfortable if you don't really know them like that.
Yeah.
Like, you get me? There are people who I just like to call it like socially aware. Like, don't know how to necessarily read a room, bro. I wanted to talk about something that you had just said about the idea of like if you subconsciously, if there's so many things on like your said For You page and you subconsciously just like intaking that content, yes, bro, I do feel like there is a line between social media and real life, but I feel like the things that you interact with on your phone, come on, bro, like our phone is one of the most prominent tools today, and it's no denying it, you know? So the stuff that you interact with on your phone and like your social media profiles, and then if it's all negative, you know what I'm saying? Like people will say like, oh, that's not my real life, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's always gonna be projected because we're human and we're subject to the things that are like around us, the things that we intake. So like you said, like if your social media or like your For You page is nothing but like negative stuff, we have to like understand that we definitely can take control and, you know what I'm saying, initiative over the things that we see.
Yeah.
In terms of, you know, just like how the algorithm works, like working with the algorithm to get more like positive content or like just, you know, just more content that you want on your For You page. Things like something I recently did was like reset my Instagram algorithm and like, you know, like maybe up until maybe 2-3 weeks ago, until I saw a reel on Instagram about how to do it, like I didn't know that you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that at all.
Exactly. And it's like, you know what I'm saying, those are the type of like informational things that I feel like I enjoy about social media. People like teaching me random shit, you know, because there's always somebody out there that you can learn from. And that's what I like. That's one of the aspects I like about social media. But another aspect I don't like is what you brought up when you said if it's all negative and you subconsciously like put that out and portray that out into the world. Because like I said, we human and we subject to it. So being mindful of like what you like, being mindful of like what you comment on, what you give attention to. Like you said, like if you wanted more videos, like cooking videos or whatnot, just make sure you watch that video, because I feel like that can also help like your attention span. You know what I'm saying? You can train your attention span to come and it just, I don't know, be more stable, I guess. But yeah, bro, really like take an initiative over social media. Like don't let this shit run you. You know what I'm saying? You run your profile. But yeah, I couldn't agree more, bro. I think that's a great takeaway. Being mindful of the things that you just like let into your brain. Me and my mom was also just talking about this too. She says she like likes a bunch of like church. She'll be watching too, but she says that she like likes a bunch of church content like on her Facebook and stuff, because you know she's been trying to come closer to her religion. So if like that's what you're trying to do, then you can use a prominent tool like your phone to, know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Create that snowball effect. And that's just something I feel like we should all work on, myself included, bro. Like just using it to our advantage more instead of just like, you know, random miscellaneous things that don't really like lead anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Be mindful of your social media, because we are using it. Like we're young adults. So yeah, bro, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing you're saying, even in general with life, whether it's on social media or not. Like we were talking about social media versus real life. Controlling the circle you got around you, controlling what you're intaking around you. Like if you know something isn't good for you, or if you know you shouldn't be like fully surrounded by this environment, you can change that. You have the power to change that. Technologically, it's easier, but like in real life, it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Just like everything. So controlling that, whether you want it in your life to really benefit you or you want it to, you know what I mean?
Such a fact.
Yeah.
That's such a fact. I think I agree with Cam on that one. I think it's way easier to click a button and refresh your like For You page, reset your For You page than it is to do it in real life, you know. But that's where you gotta hold yourself accountable, and that's where you gotta really like set your goals on what it is you want to accomplish, and everything that isn't that, remove it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point though. Like it's always gonna feel easier online, I feel like, and you that was like eye opening, bro. You know, because it's true. Everything feels so like, I'm not gonna lie, like everything feels way more possible with like a phone in your hand.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You feel like you obviously, like, you're in taking content, you see so many people out there putting out content, and you're like, you know what I'm saying, like I can do that too. You know what I'm saying? And that's also a positive aspect of social media. It motivates people. But it's easy to get motivated. It's harder to like go out in real life and do said steps it takes to get to that point that you see on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because even with this, like,
absolutely,
everybody sees the like reels and the content that we push out, but they don't see the like hours and I see the hours that we really like put in to make sure like to take the clip and the waiting for the download, so that's real life stuff that people don't see. But on social media it does look very simple to say. So
absolutely,
there's the give and take of what's social media versus what's reality. But just know, like you're saying, if you see something done on social media, that means it was possible.
it's attainable.
Yeah,
sure.
it's definitely attainable. So I guess like the difference of knowing something's possible and knowing the like
what you got to do.
Yeah, to do so. Like just because it was attainable doesn't mean it was like easy. So take that as you may. You know what I mean? Like don't weigh don't weigh down the weigh the option as like, okay, this is light work.
Yeah.
Nah, it looked like a feather, but
yeah, bro.
There's some bricks in the backpack. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir, bro. No, that's 100%.
Clip farming.
Are you clip farming?
I think I'll be clip farming, bro.
Nah,
like,
but that wasn't a clip farm though. Like you was.
I'm talking about the last thing.
I was gonna say, I ain't gonna lie, I've never heard that phrase.
I haven't either.
Nah, that's just funny you said. Oh man, wait, what did you say? I know what you said.
I said some of the lines,
but it worked though.
It may. It may look like a feather, but there's a lot of
there's a lot of bricks in the backpack. Oh my god! Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, it may look like a feather, but there's a lot of bricks in the backpack.
That's facts though.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Nah,
that shit was funny. He was like, I don't even know what I just said. That's facts. Damn. No, yeah, you definitely clip farmed that. I thought you were talking about prior. But...
No, I was talking about that. I was like, because when I was saying it, I was like, what's
yeah.
Wait, what did I just say? Why did I just say it may look like a feather? Why did I bring up a feather? But
you know, the fun part about this too is like, we can clip it and then cut it right there, and then if they don't watch the full episode, they can't laugh at the fact that it was actually clip farmed. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if you're watching the reels, you might as well just watch the entire video on YouTube, bro. Like, that's all I'm saying.
Facts.
Like,
if you're watching, then like you know the real.
That's what I'm saying.
But it came off natural though. If you're watching, you know that it looked like
that was off the.
I really just like
off the Demodome.
Yeah, no, I'm.
Oh man,
yo, turn it back to you.
Crazy reference.
Give him a Doug Demodome face.
Oh God, though. Yo. If you get the reference, you get it, bro.
Oh my
gosh. Yo.
All right, bro.
Yo, I was gonna say something. I forgot. Because of this bricks in the backpack statement you just dropped, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's.
But all jokes aside, though, that's so facts, man. You know what I'm saying? You can set a goal and you can write it down. You can say you're gonna chase it, but I guess understanding like the I don't know, the ups and downs that come with chasing said goal, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is like you may not always know what those ups and downs are gonna look like. But if if it's a goal, you know what I'm saying, that's what it is. And you won't stop until it's accomplished. Um, Along with that, I'll say whatever obstacles it is you run into like along the way of like chasing said goal, understand that you can hurt you can get over them. You know, if this is a goal that you truly passionate about, is something that you actually want, like a hurdle shouldn't be nothing but exactly that, a hurdle. And yeah, just take that with a grain of salt, but just understand the work that comes with certain goals.